This is episode 145 of the Taproom podcast, and I'm your host, Mike. Oh man, it's early. Sun's coming up. A little tired. But yeah, I had a great Saturday. I got to record with Cody over from Amici Brew Co. in San Marcos. Man, what a cool spot. Just the vibes are awesome. The beer was great. I tried their Shasta. They're like their West Coast IPA, or one of their West Coast IPAs. I tried their West Coast Pills. They also had an oatmeal stout on tap, so I had to get one of those. Just a little tester, but it was great. And then also went down to Dogleg and Lost Abbey, and then We're Beer Co., formerly Helia. Got to talk to the owner for a couple minutes. We were talking about recording an episode, so could be doing something soon. But yeah, it was a beautiful, beautiful Saturday. A little rainy, but still a great time. But yeah, this episode is with Daniel Cady, Grant Shulkin, and Jacob Sherman of Taproom Beer Co. out in North Park. Man, it was fun. This was such a great episode, and it's like hearing all three of their stories. You get to hear they all had similar goals in life, but their journeys were different, and it was great hearing those. And honestly, they make great beer, man. Church of Chill was one of my favorites. They had it's a Jagged. I can't remember that. They have all their West Coast and stuff like that. But man, they were some really, really great beer. And then they even did a sour that I had it was a collab sour that they did that I had recently. It was really, really good. So if you guys are in that area, you guys owe it to yourself. I mean, North Park, there's such a great amount of beer, but Taproom Beer Co., they have great beer, they have great food. You definitely got to go check it out. And just the vibes there are awesome too. So, this intro is going to be on the shorter side because I got stuff I got to get done. But before we jump into the episode, also, if you want to support the show, you can. You can go to, if you want to buy a shirt, you can. It's taproompodcast.dashery.com. You can also go to, I know times are tough. If you can, go on there and rate the show on either Apple or Prime or Spotify, wherever you're listening to this. It does help because it puts the show in front of more eyeballs. So if you could do that, I appreciate it. I know SC lost yesterday, so their playoff hopes are done. But yeah. All right, yeah. And also last week I recorded with Cerveceria del Pueblo with Enrique. And man, it was such a good time. Him and his girlfriend, we had a blast, all talking beer, having some beers, and then went over to hang out with Luis. Got to see Luis on Friday over at Level Up. Yeah, we recorded a couple Taproom tales, so there will be some new ones. There will be a Turkey Day one. Also, there is me and my brother Jake, or as you know, Jizzy, we did record a Stoutsgiving episode. So that Stoutsgiving episode is going to be a special Thursday release. So I've never released an episode on a Thursday. Never released one during the week. It's always been obviously on a Sunday. But this week you're getting 2 episodes. So you will get today's episode with 145, and then you'll also get 146 will be released on Thursday. Or we had a bunch of good stouts. So yeah. All right. Well, I hope you guys enjoy the interview with Daniel, Grant, and Jacob. Like I said, great guys. And if you're in the area, you got to get down there and support. Great beer, great food, and all great stuff. All right. Enjoy. All right, guys, we're back in the tap room, and I'm your host, Mike. I have three, technically very special guests on the show. I have Daniel Cady, Grant Shulkin, and Jacob Sherman, all from Taproom Beer Co. off of El Cajon Boulevard and Florida Street in North Park out here in San Diego. What's up, fellas?
Yo. How we doing? How's it going?
Pretty good, pretty good. We're having some beers right now. Before we jump into your guys' journey, I'm having the West Coast Pills.
Yeah, it's Common Chores.
Okay.
The West Coast Pills. I have that as well.
All right. What are you having, Grant?
I got the GABF Bronze Medal winner Damp.
Woo!
West Coast IPA. Fresh hop.
Yeah. Love that.
Yeah.
And I saw what you guys won. Congrats.
Thank you. Thank you. That was a huge one. I'm sure we'll get into fresh hop at some point in the conversation. But it's a big part of what we do every year. And it really kind of validated a lot of things when that came through, and we got to share in that together. So
that's awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And what do you have?
Simcoe Harbors. double IPA, solo hopped. It's based off of our like citrus starburst, which has been one of our long-standing beers that we've had for about 4 or 5 years now. Kind of what put us on the map like locally in terms of our fan base and everything. And yeah, this is a Simcoe solo double IPA. The original is a Citra solo hopped. This one a little bit danker, a little bit more my speed, but yeah, really good.
Awesome. Well, cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Oh, that's good. All right. So who wants to start? Daniel, do you want to start?
Yeah, let's go.
How'd you start your journey? Like craft beer?
Yeah, craft beer kind of came to me, I think, a bit kismet. I was young. I was 19. I was luckily able to like move out for college and had some roommates that were already pretty well involved with beer trading and home brewing.
Okay.
And through osmosis, I got way distracted on my studies and found beer. I got into beer trading as well. Started my journey on Beer Advocate, which I found out was a great loophole to buy beer when you're underage.
There it is.
My roommates would buy me the shit from the bottle shop, and then I would mail it to some username on the internet, and I would get stuff back, and then like have a finder's fee, you know?
Yeah.
But that really opened up my eyes to, I mean, how crazy and dynamic the industry was. And like, this is back in the heyday of like Bells and Founders, crazy stuff, Smutty Nose, all that East Coast, Midwest stuff. And so that just naturally progressed into home brewing. And we started doing little 5-gallon batches, entering homebrew contests.
Okay.
The San Diego International here at the fair. We won a single third place medal, and then just committed ourselves to it and started buying more equipment, making bigger batches, going on beer tour, road trips and all that. And so when I was old enough, I eventually got a job as a busser at a brew pub, and I was homebrewing a lot, and the opportunity came around to join the back of house as an assistant brewer.
Okay.
They invited me back, tried a couple of my home brews, and said, "Why don't you come in and we'll do a full day. We'll show you everything." And at the end of that day, the head brewer was like, "Today's my last day."
Oh shit!
So I was an assistant brewer for one whole day.
Yeah, baptism by fire.
Yeah, and then he gave me the keys, and so I worked at that spot. I was out in El Cajon, East County, San Diego, for about a year and a half. I don't even remember at this point. This was back in like 2011, 2012.
Okay.
So I was just like the solo brewer there, making brew pub beers, brown ale, red ale, blonde ale, IPA.
Yeah.
Absolutely no idea what I was doing. I mean, I just did the same exact thing every time.
Yeah.
And after that, I took a production brewing job at a place called Manzanita Brewing, which was like a production brewery out in East County as well. That was a little bit more my speed. It was rough and tough. It was manufacturing. It was, late nights, early mornings.
Mm-hmm.
But we made like a little bit more extreme beer, ABV wise, flavors, triple dry hopped and all that stuff. And we did a lot of really cool conceptual projects. And that was also where I got my feet wet with like barrel aged beer, mixed fermentation beer. And I took that home with me, and like I was still homebrewing this whole time. So eventually I had 3 60-gallon wine barrels in my dad's garage of mixed culture beer.
Dang.
And I was brewing 10 gallons at a time to refill them.
Jeez.
But then bottling all of that beer, buying all the fruit, doing everything. Still all carboys in a bottling bucket. But
yeah,
we made some really wicked beers. And when the Danish gypsy brewery brand Meckler came into town back in 2015, I applied and I used one of my home brews as my resume, and I was there for 6 years.
Wow.
So that was mostly small batch brewing, barrel aged program. We had a really wicked mixed firm program as well. And that place went from 0 to 60 in no time.
Damn.
And then I kind of realized deep inside me that, regardless of the volume of liquid that we produce or the amount of SKUs that we produce, there was just like an unrequited love of brew pub life.
Yeah.
I feel like when, as that having been my entry, I didn't fully realize it when I was there.
Yeah.
So started looking around, and the Taproom Beer Co. kind of fell into my lap, and been going on 3.5 years now. So
wow,
yeah, here we are.
Yeah, shout out to Liam.
Yeah, yeah, big dog, little dog, but big dog.
He's such a great guy.
Yeah.
Because then when you reach out, I was like, because I'm always like, anytime if a brewery or someone from a brewery reaches out, I'm like, hell yeah, like I'm always anything I could do to support small business or anything like that.
Yeah, I saw that. We had literally just been hanging out with them over the weekend, and we've gotten to know Liam pretty well in the last year and a half or so. And just a gem. That guy's wise beyond his years, and we keep telling him, but he doesn't agree. So then he put it out there that it could be a good opportunity for us, and now we're chatting.
There it is. And then that's what I mean. I always equate this show to it being like sitting across from somebody at a brewery, having a beer, and then finding a commonality and talking for 2 hours, and you never knew it was gone.
Mm-hmm.
Like you never knew where the time went, is what I meant to say.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. And Grant, how about you?
Not as extensive of a story as Dan's. I was 20-year-old kid looking for a job in PB, and I was managing bars there, and then kind of same thing. And I had a friend that worked at Taproom in Pacific Beach, and he said, "Look, man, there's an opening for a manager. I know you've been doing it, at the cantinas for a long time, and we'd love to have you be a part of it." And I became, engulfed in the good beer that Dan and Justin make. And after about a year and a couple months, our owners were kind of like, "Hey, like, you're from San Diego. Do you think that you could sell this beer in the community?" And I was like, "There's one way to find out." So we did a little trial run, and they were pretty happy with the results. And it was like, all right, we got to find Grant's replacement at Pacific Beach Taproom. He's going to just start do sales and distribution. And now I've been doing that for a couple years, and to me, the beers just get better and better. And I believe in this company. I believe in what I'm selling. It's a lot harder to do that if it's not something that you like or that you want to drink. So it's made my job a lot easier with how difficult and how oversaturated the market is in San Diego with beers. It's definitely made my job a lot easier. There's leaps and bounds to get over, and we're trying to, make a name for ourselves day by day.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's awesome.
It's been a good run.
There you go. And Jacob?
So I got started in craft beer when I was 21 years old. 21 in 2 days. I started working at Ballast Point over in Little Italy.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Pre-sale. So everything was still kind of old school craft beer at that point and everything. Worked there for a few years, really got in. I was front of house there, bartending and bar backing, and they had, their Roots to Boots program, which is like everyone gets an opportunity, whether you're a cook, a bartender, a food runner, to kind of come into the Little Italy location and do a brew. You email back and forth with the brewers there, and kind of
the Colby days.
Knows Chris T and Chris H. Yeah. I forget the last names. It's been 10 years since, but yeah, that really kind of like engulfed me into wanting to check out brewing and do all that. And so I ran a lot of the brewery tours that we did at Ballast Point for a lot of people and like certain events and things like that, and just kind of got engulfed in the process. And then similar to Dan's story, I was working in PB at a PBL house, small brew pub, bar, restaurant area, and it just kind of, I think 2 days into me working there, they were like, "Oh, our assistant brewer's leaving," and I kind of put my hand up as having a deep interest in what's going on with that. And next thing I knew, I'm the assistant brewer there, and similar thing, made IPA, double IPA, blondes and everything, but not a lot of excitement in that sense of like changing recipes and doing anything kind of really like, breaking the norm. So I started homebrewing myself, just small 5-10 gallon batches and everything, just kind of checking out different stuff. couple of years after that, started doing cellar working and brewing with Fall Brewing here in North Park.
Okay.
When they were still operating fully at the 30th Street location, and did that for a couple of years while I was actually helping open Taproom here on 30th and Florida in El Cajon. I was actually the first front of house employee that they hired. So
dang.
I've been on for almost 6 years, 5.5, 6 years now, 6 in February. And so I was doing a little bit of both. And it's just kind of funny how things kind of worked out. Our original brewer, Bill Batten, jumped ship from Taproom and kind of came over to Fall.
Okay.
And so, being a legacy brewer and a little bit more involved in the industry, he kind of like hopped me in line in terms of the pecking order over at Fall. So I decided to just kind of drop up over there as the shifts were kind of slowing up and whatnot, and come back to Taproom full time. And so, I've been bartending and serving there for a while. I've been running the bar as the bar manager for the last 2 years now.
Okay.
And yeah, right when I came back about full time is when Dan came on, and the beer jumped up. The styles started getting more and more varied.
Yeah.
We started getting a lot more kind of interesting stuff. Dan has a whole lot of active avenues that he's trying to investigate and kind of do different stuff with beer and kind of push the envelope a little bit. So that was exciting to kind of be a part of that change and that kind of cultural swing within the building, having been here for the entire time. And I actually had a similar avenue as Grant. Probably a year before he was doing it, they tapped me to try to be the sales guy, and kind of invested a little time in doing that. Again, super easy when you believe in the product and you enjoy what you're drinking and what you're selling and everything. But it wasn't a full-time position at the time. So doing that and then, bouncing around to accounts for 4 hours and then popping in and bartending till close, it was a little rough. So as I was kind of stepping down, they kind of tapped him to step in. So it's kind of been a full swing of like the whole rotation over there. But yeah, everything has been super solid. Obviously drinking some quality beer right now. And, it was a long road, but happy I ended up here with who I ended up with,
Cheers, fellas.
Big dogs.
Took a quick break there. No, but it's honestly, I love like the different stories all the time, because like you can hear like your story, and maybe like the destination or where you want to go is the same, but it's like the journey to get there is different.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that about this industry. Like everybody wants everyone to will succeed for the most part, but we just like, you want to like, it's cool like hearing the different aspects of everybody's journey.
Yeah, when you get into an industry, whether it's front of house, back of house, quality program, sales, anything, there's a collective vision, and you operate, how can I contribute? How can I be challenged and challenge my peers? We don't really, there's no way for you to predict who you're going to be around when you're in the trenches. And when things get difficult or when you celebrate, those are your people, and those who you want to surround yourself with all the time, because they're the ones that keep you motivated.
100%.
And, if you're an industry vet, you've got a million of those.
Oh yeah.
People. They're part of your network, they're part of your fabric. And you don't really realize that when you're first getting in, and then you start down the road. Next thing you know, it's like, holy crap, I've made a life of this.
Yeah.
And that's what's really fulfilling.
Oh, I bet. That's awesome. And I wanted to talk to you guys. So speaking of GABF, because we talked about it a little earlier. So DAB won. Mm-hmm. What else did you guys send? Let's talk about the elation first. Maybe like what you guys felt when you guys heard you won.
Yeah. Again, I think we're like really good at being in the right place at the right time.
Yeah.
We literally walked into the event space.
Yeah.
As they're calling our our name.
Oh, it's epic.
Yeah. We were already late. We were 10 or 15 minutes late to the event. We're like kind of hustling. We walk into the event. We're like, holy shit, this is huge. As they're like calling the names for the category, and I like squinted. It's like it's like a football field away. And we saw it and we heard the name and we were like yelling and screaming. Yeah. And we like half jogged to get up there in time.
Yeah.
But that was, I mean, at Taproom, that's our second medal, second? I don't remember.
At GABF, second
Yeah.
at GABF.
Well, congrats on that, man.
But for it to be fresh hop beer,
Yeah.
One of our, at least selfishly, one of my biggest like line in the sands is always like challenge your peers, because they're the ones that are going to challenge you the hardest. And fresh hop beer in San Diego is not as popular as it is in the Northwest. And I saw a huge opportunity to bring that excitement and energy to our local scene, because there's plenty of fresh hop beer that gets made around here, but it's kind of taken as like, yeah, let's do it. It's exciting. It's now. It's cultural, but no one leads into it the same way that they do up north.
Mm-hmm.
And so we immersed ourselves in it. We traveled. We met everyone that we could. We did as much research as we could and figured a way to bring that to San Diego. And,
that's great.
And in doing that, this is our third year making wet hop beers, and we've learned something new. We've tried something new each and every year, and we've brought in some pretty cool accolades for fresh hop beer. As a San Diego brewer,
it's fucking awesome.
That's the biggest achievement, because that makes it not regionally specific anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, you have breweries out in Texas like Pint House that are making hugely popular, successful wet hop beers.
Yeah.
A lot of it is gumption. You have to go the distance.
Yeah.
You have to invest in time and energy to get it done. But the rewards are immeasurable when you sit and you have a pint of something that is unique. It's concentrated flavor, it's experience. But then to be able to celebrate that on the biggest stage, that was freaking cool. And we sent some dope ass beers.
Yeah.
That we were all crossing our fingers. These ones were going to hit, but for that one to hit, of all of them, it kind of lessened the blow for sure for the other ones.
Yeah. I love the name though too.
Yeah. That was we actually made that beer. That was the second time we've made it.
Okay.
We made it earlier this year, back in May, not fresh hop season.
All right.
And long story short, damp. It's both a Kendrick Lamar reference.
Yeah.
Because all of my beer names have some sort of hip hop or jazz reference to them.
Okay.
But when we did that beer, it was crispy.
There it is.
When we did that beer, it was a reference to like how we could make wet hop beer out of season, and companies like Yakima Chief and Crosby Hops have been doing a lot of work to bring fresh hop beer year round with how they're concentrating and pelletizing wet hops during harvest to then make them year round products. And so I couldn't call it a wet hop beer when we first made it, because it was with concentrated wet hop pellets.
Okay.
Rather than whole cone wet hops. So it kind of fit this, well, it's not a wet hop beer, but it's damp.
Yeah.
And then it just like,
love that.
The vision of the label and the styling of it just like instantly hit me, because, Damn is one of K-Dot's best albums. You can't argue that. And so for Harvest, we actually made it a full-blown wet hop beer. It has whole cone and hot side.
Okay.
It does have Yakima Chief's fresh hop concentrated pellets in it.
Love it.
But it's still like definitively an IPA.
Yeah.
Not just a wet hop beer.
Yeah.
So very cool to see that one hit. I love the name. I love
that's great.
The beer in the glass is fucking dope.
And speaking on like the wet hop thing, so like, being at Taproom for the last 6 years, doing wet hops the last 3 years, it inevitably quickly became part of our, as Dan said, like kind of our core, whether it's selfishly or not, we're trying to push the envelope and kind of bring a little bit more of that Pacific Northwest culture to San Diego. And, last year was the second year we were making fresh hops, and we won
Fresh Hop Festival.
Fresh Hop Festival out in Oregon.
Yakima.
And so we were the first Southern California or San Diego based brewery to win.
That's awesome.
Maybe even all of California.
All of California.
So we were the first one to take a medal in that, which just shows at the time how much we are pushing the envelope and kind of changing the game in terms of that. And then last year, I forget who it was, Carl or someone else, one of the big breweries kind of flaked on one of the fresh hop orders, and between us and Virgin, we ended up, consuming 80% of the fresh hops that were put out into San Diego.
Fuck, I love Virgin
last season. And so, that just kind of goes to show how much like effort we are actually kind of dropping into this to try to bring that kind of vibe and culture into San Diego and Southern California as a whole. And, to have that result in the fresh hop medal, we got the bronze, but only 3 medal out of, I think it was like 148 in the category. It's probably the 6th largest category at GABF. So to do something like that, only 2 years after taking gold in the heaviest category at hazy, hazy pale ale, hazy strong pale ale.
Yeah.
I think that was the 3rd largest category this year with over 280 entries. So
that's awesome.
It was the only medal, but it was in one of the bigger categories. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I think every category we entered had more entries than that. That was like the lowest entried category we put in.
Back to your original question before we got fresh hop derailed.
No, you're good.
We sent 10 beers this year.
Yeah.
And we didn't play categories at all. We just entered every one of the biggest categories.
Go balls to the wall.
Yeah, because there's plenty of breweries that had won, categories that were 20 deep, 30 deep.
Yeah.
And we can make blondes, and, to his credit, like coming from McGiller and up in Miramar in San Diego, like when he was running the barrel age program and everything, this guy can make stouts and, mixed fermentation beers like no one else. But those are smaller categories a little bit, in terms of the accolades go, you medal at GABF, it's a great honor, but you medal in the top 5-6 categories. You're going up against 150 other beers to 3, I think Hazy IPA was 301 this year.
Yeah.
So when you're going against that, that's 10 times the entries of some of these other ones. We're trying to go for the throat, get the big ones.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's like you're not worried about you said you're going after the bit. Yeah, going after jaws essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but beer break was fresh hop beer in your glass.
Okay.
We got a new one. This is Jagged Hedge.
Okay. a little hip hop there.
Yeah. Yeah. Also another hip hop R&B reference. This is a double IPA. We flew these hops down ourselves. It's about 15 pounds per barrel.
Okay.
Wet hop, plus a gang of dry hop. There's a little bit of Chinook in there, but big Citra beer, big wet hop Citra beer. This was a single IPA last year, and we thought it had enough teeth to be a double this year, so we changed it.
Okay.
But this one, super cool character. It's candied fruit.
I love the counter artwork as well.
Yeah. Yeah, it kind of takes on this like you know the movie The Shining.
Oh yeah,
takes on this like hedge maze, kind of idea, but it's also Rasta.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. It almost reminds me too. I'm a big movie guy, but Christopher Nolan's production company called Syncope, but it has that.
Yeah, Inception. Almost
for sure.
But it is a Jagged Edge reference.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Big shout out to Matthias on our work as well.
Yeah.
There you go. Love that. And, before we keep going, I just want to say, thank you guys for letting me come down. This is only I recorded at Hess earlier. This is only the second San Diego brewery I've ever recorded at now.
Cool. Well, thank you for having us.
No, I'm glad. Glad I got to do it. I've always wanted to come down here, but I would send messages to like some breweries or whatever, but I wouldn't hear back or whatever. But I'm so glad I got to do this with you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Cheers.
I would say like I just want to hear people's stories. That's all. And if it motivates one person to quit the job that they hate to do something that they love, then I've done my job. Yeah. Let's see. Next thing I want to ask you guys is, so it's called the 4-pack. And it can be just 4 questions. So anyone can answer. Whoever wants to, or all 4 of you guys can answer. Give each answer. But what's the one beer that never leaves your fridge?
Oof.
Is that a tough question?
Well, the company would be Taproom, but I would say that it is.
You can pick a macro and a craft if you want.
Go to my house right now.
And Famil.
I would say
skim it off the top.
When we have it, Citrus Starburst is always in my fridge. Jacob had talked about it, that we're drinking Simcoe right now, just an iteration of one of our quote-unquote flagships. But Citrus Starburst, I think that's one of my favorite beers that they make. And me and our distribution driver, Aiden, would agree that that's our favorite beer. And we love when it's out and it's canned, and we take home as much as we can. Pay for it, of course.
Yeah.
Just go away. Maybe a little breakage.
I mean, if it falls off the back of the truck, driving the truck.
Low fills,
just, what happens to the best of us.
That's my favorite.
Okay. Dan?
It's tough. My wife would say that we have too much goddamn beer. And it's all in a box in a closet, we have a wine fridge that's stocked full. It's got a can of wine in it now, but stocked full of bottles. I've got, the brewery Hair of the Dog.
Yeah.
I've got probably 120 bottles of Adam.
Holy shit.
Of various vintages going back to like 1994.
Damn.
Wow.
So that technically never leaves my fridge.
Yeah.
I'm not drinking it on a regular basis. I drink it twice a year.
But like 94 was a good year.
Technically, it never leaves my fridge. And there's 10 cases of it. Bless my heart. But I don't know. We always love to see what our local peeps are doing.
Yeah.
Especially different times of year. Right now, there's Virgin in my fridge. Right now, there's Celebration in my fridge. And then, I mean, we shamelessly enough, we actually really love some of the athletic stuff.
Oh yeah, the NA stuff, yeah.
And NA Guinness, huge.
I haven't had
fan
that.
Of NA Guinness.
You gotta try it.
And we go, we take our dogs on walks every night and walk around the neighborhood and just want to grab something sometimes.
Yeah. What kind of dog do you have?
We have 2 dogs. We got an Australian Shepherd and long but short.
Okay.
Little dude.
All right.
I don't know what he is.
Yeah. Rescue?
I was like, I never heard that before.
Yeah, rescue.
Okay.
Yeah. I think he's Pyrenees, but he didn't fully download.
Gotcha. Yeah.
But I think if, touching on the desert island beer, it'd probably be Rainier.
Okay.
If it's not readily available to me right now, but that would be my one.
Yeah, that's the second person ever. I mean, this will be, I think, 145, I think, when this comes out. But only the second person to say Rainier.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Dap me up.
Yeah. So that's awesome.
Thanks.
Yeah. I have a dog. Her name's Morgan, but she's a rescue, but she's an English bulldog, like pug, French bulldog mix.
Heavy breather.
Yeah.
Heavy breather.
Big old pain in the ass.
Yeah.
My sister didn't warn me because she rescued her first, but she had already had 5 dogs. And she was just like, oh, here, they're super easy to manage.
Mm-hmm.
Lying bitch. I love my sister. She knows I'm kidding. But yeah, she totally lied to me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, dogs are something else.
Yeah. We love them, though.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then Jacob, how about you?
So, always in my fridge, for sure. Growing up in San Diego and everything. Mexican beer was probably some of the first beer I ever drank.
Okay, has Mexican lager, yeah.
Modelo especially, so that probably never leaves my fridge. One of my girlfriend's favorites and everything as well. She doesn't do the IPAs too much, so that's a heavy hitter. And then Yeah, I mean, like Grant said, there's always Taproom beer in the fridge.
There you go.
Modern Love is probably the one that is always around for me as long as we have it. One of our West Coast IPAs, New Zealand IPA, a lot of Nelson, like Citron, a little Mosaic, and yeah, solid.
Which won bronze at the World Beer Cup this year.
Okay.
Oh, I was gonna get to that. I was gonna throw that shout out.
Yeah.
But that's another one that, has been around for 5 or 6 years now at Taproom. Originally a namesake of our OG brewer Bill, but something that Dan and our other brewer Justin have kind of transformed and upgraded, as it were. There's a few of the mainstays that namesake have stayed around as some of our core beers, but over the years have definitely like elevated and changed a bit, especially when award season comes around and we're doing competitions and things like that, trying to hit those style guidelines and everything like that. So it's always fun when, GABF's around the corner, World Beer Cup, some of the other competitions that we enter, and, every single batch that we have of IPA and hazy. And, some of the regulars like to hear it and everything, but especially for me, when I know that every beer that we have coming out is a competition batch, I just know it's going to be, the dankest thing around and like the best one I've had of it all year. And
love it.
And so especially the last few batches of, all of our beers, but Modern Love especially, has been staying around for sure.
Yeah.
Desert Island beer for me, probably Yingling Lager.
Okay. Oldest brewery in America.
Haven't had it in a while, but anytime I'm in the right place to get a pint of it. Earlier this year we were in New York on the way back from MBCC, and I think I finished the last day in New York with 4 or 5 goblets from this brewery or whatever. It's great. Anytime I can get it, I love to have that. It's something that, isn't out on the West Coast. Isn't out a lot in even in the Midwest where I'm from and my family is. So you gotta be in the right spot to enjoy it and appreciate it.
Yeah, where in the Midwest are you from?
Indiana. My family's from Indiana and Missouri. So I've been out here for my whole life. But originally from Indiana.
Yeah, no, I was asking because my mom lives in Kansas.
Okay.
Yeah, she moved out there for work like 15 years ago or something like that.
Terrible.
Yeah.
One of my best friends' his dad moved to Kansas, and especially this time of year, November, October.
Twister season.
They have days where it's 70 and sunny and it looks like San Diego, and then the next day it's 20 degrees and sleet and everything.
It's rough.
It can get quite wild out in Kansas. And
I do love being out there in the fall, though. The fall's beautiful.
I was gonna say Midwest, September and March. Amazing. Similar weather to the West Coast. Great time to visit and everything. September, October, March, April kind of vibe. But I wouldn't be dead caught in there in the middle of winter or the summer. You know how it is. It's not for the weak.
Yeah. But it's crazy. Like when I was it's been maybe 4 or 5 years since I've been there. But like the last time I went, found some good beer out there.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like it's a testament to how, like the reach of craft beer, because you could go to like literally any state now. Or like for most big cities and find good beer.
Oh yeah, definitely. The last time I went out there, me and my buddy took a little day trip out, and we went to where we go. We went to Iowa and found some. My buddy lives over in Nashville, and so we drove up through to Iowa, and it's great.
Yeah,
some really good beers. But it's funny whenever I'm out Midwest, East Coast, etc. I'm always like looking for that West Coast style IPA.
Oh yeah,
because that's probably my favorite category among everything. And it's like I'll go to little small brew pubs and this and that, and they're like, "Oh, you're from you got to try our West Coast IPA. Our brewer is from Oregon. Our brewer is from NorCal or whatever." And I'm like, "Oh, I found the one."
You gotta try it.
They're good West Coast out there are far and few between.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, cool, this guy knows what he's doing. He's from the West Coast. And I try it and I'm like, he hasn't been to the West Coast in a while. I'm like, man, it's almost there.
Yeah.
One of our like bucket list items, which I'm sure will be like highly attainable, but we want to just find a beer festival in like a random place.
Yeah.
And then just take a flight to it, go to the beer fest, stay the night, fly home. Like it could be anything. It could be Arkansas.
Yeah.
It could be Mississippi.
Oh, yeah.
It could be anywhere. But we want to go and do like a beer fest at a place, do some brewery tours, and then come home.
Yeah.
Because I feel like you go to enough beer festivals in the world, they all start to blend together.
Of course.
But to that same experience, I want to know, like in the far reaches,
the styles are going to be different.
What are the beers? What are the people drinking? We got an opportunity to go down to Savannah earlier this year, and there's like 3 or 4 breweries in Savannah, huge town, tons of young people, crazy good cocktail scene, crazy good wine scene, crazy good food scene, beer scene, very young. Like there's some really cool like contemporary beer.
Yeah.
But then there's a little bit of just like we're still trying to do cream ale, brown ale, amber ale stuff.
Yeah.
But for the amount of energy in that town, I mean it's like right for the picking.
Yeah.
But it just was like a very strange culture shock to be like, all right, well we're going on a brewery tour and we hit like 3 places and that's it.
Yeah.
You could hit 3 places in a quarter of a mile from where we're sitting right now.
Easy.
But that was really cool because then we drove from there to Atlanta. It's about 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
And we probably only passed 2 breweries the whole way.
Wow.
So it just reminds me how much is out there.
Yeah.
And especially when you go to GABF and you see the list of people winning.
Yeah.
It's not all the names that you recognize.
No,
it's
never.
not all the cities you recognize.
Oh, never. Yeah.
Cleveland this year. Cleveland. Ohio in general.
Big old Topeka, Kansas.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like it's really cool to see that. And that really does remind me as a brewer that we don't live in a bubble. And this is not a microcosm of craft beer as culture. Whether you're making this or that or whatever, like we're just trying to find our voice in a corner of the map.
Yeah.
And like literally 99% of the country is just due east of here.
Yeah.
And if we do something that's compelling and if we're good people and we work with good people, then that's really the bottom line.
Yeah.
And, our fans or our consumers will follow suit for the right reasons. And so that's the narrative that we want to pursue.
That's great, man. And like, you were talking about like going to different places and seeing different breweries. Like anytime I have to, because I love my full-time job, but I get to travel. So anytime I go to a new place, I always try to find a new brewery to go to or to record with.
Mm-hmm.
Because but one of the things I love to ask them is like, is there a specific style that sells more or that gets consumed more in that particular region? And I feel like that's always a cool thing to ask because then you could know, like, who knew in fucking Montana all they drink is Scotch ales? Well, not all Scotch ales, but I mean a lot of them. Like that's heavily consumed is Scotch ales.
Well, your boy in Dallas, BFW, like so much high ABV beer.
Oh yeah, what brewery?
It's a False Idol.
Oh yeah, Myers. No, what's the guy's name? Will Myers.
Will Perry.
Will Perry. Okay.
Yeah. Not to be confused with Will Myers at Cambridge Brewing Co. But.
There you go. That's probably might have been the thing. No, but yeah, Will Perry. He was on. No, he wasn't on. Actually, on the we did like a buddy of mine was at GABF, so I sent him some mics to do like a quick thing, and he did. Yeah, he was on maybe for like a couple minutes.
Yeah, Will's great, and they're making great beer. We did a collab with them recently.
That's awesome,
and it's been such a fun process of like meeting people that have as much passion as we do to get good beer out to people that that want it. And Will's one of those good eggs out there that likes getting good beer out to good people. And it's been a fun process for sure,
especially from a sales perspective.
100%.
Trying trying to bridge the gap between front of house and back house is the ultimate question. That's the ultimate conflict in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Because you have a collection of very passionate, like-minded renegades that are trying to brain dump all of their inspirations and tisms into a glass for some front of house or sales or beer buyers.
Yeah.
That to recognize, to at least oh yeah, I get it. You know, I understand. And it's very difficult to do, especially when you hit the road and you start meeting people are not regionally similar. They might have highest selling beers or Scotch ales.
Yeah.
Highest selling beers might be pastry stouts. How do you connect with markets like that if you're a brewery from out of town?
Yeah.
You know, it challenges you to learn something new, but it reminds you that we're all trying to say similar things. We're all trying to share the gospel of quality and experience.
It's quality over quantity for sure.
Absolutely. And I think that's what at Taproom, Dan and Justin do such a good job of, is having a list that not many other breweries are going to have. Different styles from A to Z, basically.
Cheers to Justin.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Rest in peace.
R.I.P.
He's just not here.
He's
okay.
He's in bed.
What's the R.I.P. by the way? Is that from New Girl or something?
He gets it. It. No, that guy. He's my goddamn right and left arm these days.
There you go.
Couldn't be here today, but
when you're playing Stranger. I'm just kidding.
It's an identity crisis for sure. Yeah. We've worked together going on 6 or 7 years now.
Okay, it's awesome.
And between myself, Grant, Jacob, and Justin, that's the core. That's the heartbeat, and we all pull in the same direction. And I think that's what's important.
Yeah.
And if you guys are listening, your beers aren't bitter enough. And that's what Justin wanted me to tell you guys.
There you go. Love it. No, man, but it takes a team.
It does.
It takes everyone wanting to come together and do their best, and we'll put out your best. And one of my favorite stories I've ever heard on the show was from Wren House out in Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
And
got a good relationship with Wren House.
Oh, I fucking love Wren House. So good.
Yeah.
But he told me the story. He's like, I had a dump. Well, he's like, I had a dump of beer, and it was early on when they first opened the brewery. He's like, was it cost effective? No. But was it worth it? Because I knew I wasn't going to put out something that people wouldn't like, that I wouldn't drink, just because it was cost effective. No, so he did it. He dumped that beer just so, because he cared so much about the product he was putting out. And what's better than that?
Yeah. I mean, it goes to show when you have a passion for your art or your product or your people, the end result is what's most important.
Yeah.
And you have a responsibility as a community. We were on a podcast a few months ago, and one of the kind of the core tenets of conversation was, as a brew pub in a neighborhood, how do you recognize the wants and needs of your immediate customers, your immediate fans, but also as a community. And so realizing that things are infinitely dynamic and inspiration exists everywhere, bringing that into a singular product that is a liquid in a pint or food on a plate.
Yeah.
You have to be willing to understand people's perspectives and people's opinions. And when you peel back the layers and you approach beer making or recipe design from a holistic standpoint, it's not necessarily just about what you want. You can't brew for you. You can react to what is popular.
Yeah.
You can react to market trends. You can react to customer feedback. But ultimately, the most skilled teams out there react with all things considered.
Yeah.
And our greatest challenge is finding the ways that we can still be unique.
Yeah.
We can still have a voice, do things interesting, like fresh hop beer.
Yeah.
But still appeal to our local community.
Yeah.
Our immediate community.
Yeah, your Norms and Cliffs and, all that stuff.
And that's one of our biggest success points, especially in terms of the collaboration between the brewery, the sales, the front of house is, trying to push the envelope in certain ways that we are, and getting the customer base, whether it be the bars that are buying us or the customers that are just picking up a pint here and there or a growler to take home. It's, oh, you really wanted, this West Coast IPA or this hazy, and it's just try what we're doing. What we just drank, for example, fresh hop, wet hop, hazy West Coast.
Yeah.
Something different, something that bridges a gap. And for, Grant on the sales aspect of it, to be able to get that into bars and have them realize that, this is something new, this is something different. People that maybe want a West Coast, as the front of house, we're able to sell this to someone hey, why don't you try something new? Why don't you try something different?
Yeah.
And have them experience something that maybe they didn't come in for, but now they appreciate and now they're looking for. And that could be their Grail beer. That could be their Desert Island beer, something they never had before. And so being able to expose the customer base and, other breweries, other bars and et cetera to something that they've never had before is super fulfilling.
Oh, I bet.
And, is just speaking to what we're doing here and trying to make a difference and not do the same thing over and over again. But, hey, we're out of your favorite beer. Why don't you try this one? I guarantee you'll love it.
Yeah.
We're pushing the envelope with this one. It's brand new. It's fresh. A lot of people haven't had fresh hops down here.
Yeah.
And so, exposing them to that and seeing especially in the sales of our brew pub, just by the excitement of our staff with damp before winning the medal, after winning the medal, and kind of pushing the envelope with that and seeing the light in the customer's eyes when they drink it. And they're like, that's better than the Citra. That's better than the Modern. I'm going to order this, and seeing them come back the next day or 2 weeks later and get that beer instead of the thing they've been drinking for 3 years. It's just a testament to what we've accomplished and, how we're opening minds, opening eyes, and kind of getting people into, a different area than they were originally coming in for.
Yeah.
Because that's what craft beer is about. We're not here to sell a basic lager, sell an IPA that's the same every time. We want you to come in every time. You're different. The beer's different, and it's all great.
1000%, man. And I love that part of it because at the end of every episode, I say support local, drink local, and find your beer. Find your but that comes in 2 parts. The find your beer part. Find something you love in life, that you love to do, but also there's a beer out there for everybody. There's a beer out there that maybe you haven't tried yet that you could be your gateway. I would say the gateway drug or your gateway beer into craft beer. There's a beer out there for everyone, whether it's a seltzer, whether it's a sour, whether it's a hazy or anything like that. There's something out there for everybody. So get out there and find it. There's sometimes you have to cater to the masses, right? Like you were saying earlier, Dan. You have to be you have to make I have to make another seltzer. But you're doing it because, you're doing it for the people, but you're also doing it because, you're still, even if it's something you may not want to make, you're still doing it because you love the process. So when you can get out there and you can, because all it takes is one person to try something, and they tell their friends, you know what, I don't even like breweries, but I went and tried this beer over there and it was fucking great.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll tell their friends, and then they'll tell their friends, and then people will want to go there because of a positive experience.
Especially from a traveler's perspective, you put yourself in front of places because they're available. You're in a town that you might not have been to before. You look for something that's convenient to your hotel or Airbnb. Back in the day, there was Groupon deals and all that stuff. So you
haven't heard that in a long time.
Yeah.
You have to have to like put yourself out of your element in a way, because it's very easy to walk around with a craft beer, chip on your shoulder.
Yeah.
Because of, this is where you exist. You only drink these beers like Hype Beast or whatever. But from a traveler's perspective, if you go to places and you just go try the local stuff, you put yourself out on a ledge and just see what's out there, you learn a lot more, a lot faster, because you start to realize that community is the second biggest ingredient in a pint.
Oh yeah.
It's not water, hops, barley, and yeast, but it's the people that it's serving, the people that it's catering to. And the best brewers in the world cater to the whole of the picture.
Yeah.
And sometimes you got to eat a shit sandwich and make that fucking hard seltzer that you've been dreading.
There you go.
But you can still be passionate. You can still find passion in it.
Yeah.
Because it's something that challenges you. It's something that you can make compelling.
Yeah.
I mean, just up the road, peanut butter jelly hard seltzer.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
You got to try it.
Yeah. Where we're at?
This is at Seek Beer Co.
Oh, I love Seek. Yeah.
They have a peanut butter jelly hard seltzer and a soon-to-be award-winning fresh hop IPA.
Oh shit! Okay,
but that's just a snapshot of what is going on.
Yeah,
and we all get together and commiserate every now and then.
Yeah,
but at the end of the day, we're just happy that people are happy.
Yeah, love that. I got totally. I forgot. We were doing the 4-pack.
You still have your answer. What's your answer?
Oh shit! So normally I don't do the answer on mine. But I mean, if I was going to do one for craft, that's tough.
Arrogant bastard.
No, that was the first beer I ever had, craft beer I ever had.
See,
and it was probably like my palate was not ready for it. I was like, "What the fuck is this?"
I threw it against the wall.
This is terrible.
You yelled at your younger brother.
That's a brutal first one, honestly.
It was rough. Now, fuck. Damn, I did a collab beer with Burning Daylight out in Lomita. No, I'm wearing their shirt, so shout out to Dario. It was a brewed IPA.
Mm-hmm.
If I could have that in my fridge all the time, I would.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I love that. That was
the big thing for a while.
Oh, I love brewed.
2013, 2015, something like that.
And it was called Breweds of Our Labor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that was pretty cool. Next question. If you weren't in beer, what would you be doing? And it could be something you wanted to do as a kid, too.
Mm-hmm. Did you ever see a Red Bull Fleet Hog?
Oh, yeah.
I'd do that.
Oh, there you go.
Just over and over every day.
Love it. Grant?
God. I would like to think that I could have been a good basketball coach.
Okay.
Or you know what? I think being a scout would have been a lot more fun.
There you go.
Get to go scout some talent in different cities for, a certain college, or if you're a pro or, pro scout, go to colleges. But yeah, something in the sports realm, I think, is what I would have done.
There's still time.
There is. I got time for sure. I'm thinking about it right now, actually.
Same thing, actually, in the sports realm. I studied sports medicine when I was in college before I ended up dropping out and working in beer and everything. And shout out to one of my best friends growing up, Kevin Booty. He actually went out and did the damn thing, and he's had a rather successful time being a trainer. And he worked with the Lakers for a little bit.
Oh wow!
He worked with Calipari over at Kentucky, and now he's the head video analyst for Calipari over in Arkansas right now.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
that's right.
So he's doing his thing. He started with SDSU, was one of their trainers and everything. Kind of stuck with it, and I figure if I continued down that path, I'd be on a similar kind of stretch as him. Maybe not quite with the accolades and the esteem that he's done it, but yeah, he's had himself a career, and definitely a little envious of that at times. But with everything that's happened in my life and everything, I'm really stoked for where I'm at.
Oh, man.
Really stoked to be where I'm at. Really stoked to be working with the people that I work with. And, you know, purveying like the product that we provide and everything. So I wouldn't change it at this point for sure.
Yeah. As long as you're happy, that's all that matters. Because there's nothing worse than being like unhappy with your life. Because then it's just like you. Not to say that somebody becomes a cancer, but like you can.
Oh, I'm a Mariners fan.
Oh, okay. Very good. Well, you know, yeah. But you know, I don't. You like hip hop, obviously, right? So the song "The Town."
Wow.
No, "The Town," and then also "My Oh My" by Macklemore. Yeah, that song to me is like if there was the greatest baseball song of all time, it's "My Oh My."
Oh yeah, I've cried to that song numerous times.
Yeah.
Especially lately.
Because I'm a Braves fan.
He cries a lot.
That year, I know you guys lost to the Indians that year.
Yeah.
But then the Braves beat the Indians, so we kind of got revenge for you guys.
As long as the fucking Blue Jays win the whole thing, I will be happy.
Good start. Yeah. Good start yesterday.
Because if we lost to the ones that won it all,
yeah,
then that makes it feel a little better.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry to all those people in LA, but fuck the Dodgers.
Yeah, no, you're fine. You're totally good. I'm not a Dodger fan, so you're good. I'm a Braves fan.
Hey, if you were still.
Yeah. If you were
born and raised San Diego, I'm sorry. Y'all have lived a blessed life, but
yeah.
Fuck you.
That's all good. Next question. You get to collab with any brewery in the world. What brewery would you guys want to collab with?
You start.
Brewery in the world, man. That's a crazy one for sure.
Yeah. It's the best sound in the world right there.
Sure is. I mean, when it comes down to it, you know, you want to collab with like-minded people and with good people, you know, as much as it would be awesome to collab with, you know, the dopest in the game and everything like that. I think collaborating with people who share the same vision and the same, you know, love for the craft is probably the biggest thing. So, man,
I'd probably say we'd be making like a fucking Citra dry hop Mickey's.
There it is.
Love it. Head brewer himself. Huh?
Yeah. That's the first time I've ever heard that kind of answer. I love it.
No, as much as they're, you know, highly celebrated, but, you know, in my opinion, a little overrated in some regards. I think it would be really epic to see Dan and Justin collaborate with Russian River on some sort of mixed fermentation beer.
Yeah.
And, you know, they do a great job with IPAs and, you know, they're great any realm, but I think the celebration and a lot of the like heart that they put into sours and things like that with their experience and, you know, Dan's kind of fervor with that realm. I think it would be really fun to see them do a crazy sour IPA or something like that. Like let's
mix for malt liquor.
Let's fruit up and, you know, barrel age
what would the name
elder
be?
Or something, you know. Let's do an elder fucking fruited raspberry concoction or something. Yeah. I think that would be really fun.
Yeah. I gotta know what the name would be that makes for a malt liquor though.
Fruit up. I've never done.
Fruit up. There you go.
Making fine in this baby.
Yeah, it's a tough question to ask. I mean, I think I want to make beer with all of my peers.
Yeah.
And, you know, to some extent they say never meet your idols.
Yeah.
I've met my idols and they're fucking good people.
Love it.
But when it comes to like doing collab beers, we've made 3 or 4 dozen collab beers since I've worked here.
Yeah.
And they're all for the right reasons. They're all the right place, the right time kind of beers. And we've never forced anything for the sake. And I think that's kind of where a lot of our DNA exists, is doing those kind of projects. So it's hard to say like who would be the GOAT collab or the you know, the bucket list collab.
Yeah.
I think if I had to pick, if this was, you know, gun to head, I would probably just like pick Guinness and say we're making hard seltzer or something.
Like it's happening.
Like
John would roll over in his grave.
Nitro hard seltzer.
Exactly. Like it'd be something, I have a fucking hole in my penis.
Oh, dude, I want to see the new show is a House of Guinness.
Look at that.
That it's coming out. It's the guy that made Peaky Blinders.
Yeah.
So I'm like, sign me up. Yeah, I can't fucking wait.
It's going to be dope.
Yeah.
Like to what Dan said with making a seltzer with Guinness or something. It's just like, do something fun with people that care about what they're doing and just have a good time with it, like whether they have crazy accolades or they just started last year, as long as we're doing something that's interesting and that's, pushing the envelope, I think it'd be a rad time.
Oh yeah, 100%. All right, so last question of the 4-pack. What's a guilty pleasure you love or like secretly love or not so secretly love? Could be a TV show, could be a song, could be, could be Kelly Clarkson since you've been gone while you're brewing. Who knows?
Pooping on the clock.
There it is.
Rebecca Black Friday.
It's an easy answer.
Burritos, Cali B.
Okay.
For breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Okay.
Little fat boy shit. I don't know. Now I'm like racking my brain. I feel like everything I do is kind of sus.
Hot to Go.
Okay.
With my daughter. She loves that. And people are like, oh, you're so cute. Where's your daughter? And I'm like, I actually love this song. I'm having as good a time as she is. What else? Yeah.
Scream singing Confessions 2 by Usher.
Okay.
That shit slaps.
It's a banger, yeah. Can't go wrong with it.
What else? Guilty pleasure. Well, you took the Cali B one. That's a good one.
Yeah. Only brushing your teeth for 30 seconds instead of 20.
There it is.
That's also a good one.
Yeah.
That's, I'm binging Dawson's Creek right now. I'll just say
okay,
it.
The Creek?
I've never seen it before. And
it's on Netflix now.
Pretty immersed.
Never heard of her.
You're like fucking Charlie Conway.
I don't know what got into me. I typically don't watch those, but
buying cookbooks, never using them.
Oh,
there it is.
Super guilty. I'm gonna send you a picture when I get home with my cookbook collection. It's so bad.
Buying beer, you're never gonna drink.
Yeah.
Buying fur coats you only wear to festivals.
There you go.
Yeah.
I don't think I own a cookbook. I love to cook, but I don't own a cookbook.
Anything is a cookbook if you use your imagination.
When you're right, yeah.
I have
Breaking Bad's a cookbook.
I have probably 75 cookbooks.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Collecting dust.
Do you like to? Do you love to cook?
I do like to cook. I like to read them.
Okay.
And do nothing about it.
Got it.
Like I could make that. And
you know the difference between a teaspoon and a tablespoon.
There it is.
You know what's funny about cookbooks though? It's like quarter teaspoon, 2 tablespoons, whatever.
Oh, for sure.
I have fucking eyeballed everything my entire
100%.
life.
Same.
It's 100%.
Just like, that looks right.
Secondly, like when you're reading those,
do it to taste.
1 teaspoon and I'm like, absolutely not.
Yeah.
That's not, I'm not going to like the taste of that.
Yeah.
When it says more salt, more pepper, more paprika, 2 garlic cloves, that's basically a whole head of garlic.
My doctor would say, you're an idiot. Maybe listen to what they're telling you to do.
Was it The Grinch with Jim Carrey? He's like, you're an idiot. You're an idiot. When he hears the echo back.
Well, tell me that's like the SoCal vibe too. It's just like we need more spice, we need more, everything.
Oh yeah.
I also did want to say I didn't answer the previous question of what brewery would I want us to do a collab with. And I think the best answer that I can give to that is everything that we've done over the course of my sales tenure here has been what I would have wanted. And another thing that I think is cool about my job is meeting new people like Will with False Idol. That was just my best friend's sister lived in Dallas and she was like, hey, you should hit up the False Idol guys. Like they would probably make a beer with you and they would, and I did just that. And that's what happened. And we made basically a lifelong friend in Will.
Yeah.
And then I was on a trip with, the lady and my daughter, and we went to this brewery called Saddle Mountain, and had a blast there. It was really good. Talked to them and basically was like, hey, like I work for a brewery in San Diego called Taproom Beer Co. Would you guys want to do a collab?
Yeah.
That's going to be coming up in December, January this year or next.
Awesome.
And like, it's just meeting people and kind of asking Dan, like, is this something that you'd be interested in? And most of the time, Dan's like, yeah, like 100%. I don't see why not. And I think that's been kind of one of the positives about my job, whether it be traveling for work or if it's, in my life, there's something going on and I find a brewery like Saddle Mountain, for instance, was like oh, this is rad. Like, we can do that too. They actually they won GABF last year for their Scottish Ale.
Okay.
So
Scotch
they do
ales are everywhere.
And it's called Clandestine. Shout out to them. But that's kind of the fun part of my job. And in doing this, we've gone to Oregon and done some events out there in Washington. And I also wanted to touch on when we do fresh hop beers, the scene in San Diego of other breweries doing them, they're doing 1 to 2.
Yeah.
We're doing 6 to 7 each
Love
year.
that.
Last year we did 9.
And it's not
fucking A.
Yeah,
Love
it's not not a lot of other breweries are doing that.
Yeah.
And I think what's been cool about it is like we've found other avenues too, since it isn't that big in San Diego, we found other avenues to sell that beer into the market. Shout out to Stoop Distribution and shout out to Day One Distribution in Oregon and in Washington.
Yeah.
They were like, you got fresh hops, we'll take them.
Yeah.
So we've had a good time with this whole process, but it's guilty pleasure.
Yeah.
Watching sports all day.
Well, I think it's Dawson's Creek.
You dip
now.
your hot Cheetos in water.
Dawson's Creek.
Wait, dipping hot Cheetos in water?
Taproom every day.
What kind of fucking
That's what he does.
Come on, dude.
He likes them soft.
Lord?
Dan likes dipping chicken.
Yeah, that's like chicken wings and beer. Who's doing
but
that?
But nothing's worse than hot Cheetos in water, dude.
Yeah,
I seen it.
Yeah, I done seen it.
Dan wants to do crazy shit. He talked to me like a year ago about doing a cask beer with fucking chicken tenders and waffles.
Those tendies?
Tendies.
Oh, I don't know if you guys are from. Do you know King's Brewing out in Rancho Cucamonga? Mm-hmm. Okay, so Daniel, he was on an episode of it, and he was telling me that they did Roscoe's. They just threw in a bunch of chicken.
No way.
Into the
ghettos.
Yeah. I was like, all right.
Not for the vegetarians.
Yeah, definitely not.
Shout out Daniel.
Huh? No, he just told me about it. I was like, did it taste like chicken? He's like, to me, I couldn't really taste it, but some people said they tasted it.
We made
Depends
a beer.
on the kind of chicken you eat.
We made that beer digital chicken.
What?
We made digital chicken.
We do have a beer called Digital Chicken.
Okay.
Shout out vegans.
Is that 3D printed? Or?
Shout out vegans. No real
Shout out vegans.
I just remember when we went to that Liberty Station Beer Fest, we brought this kid Denton that works at the PB location. Younger party boy, but he was telling everybody.
Our boy go.
There's gizzards in there. Like anything you can get in a chicken is in there. Like, the people are like, oh, okay. It's really good.
Yeah, I wouldn't announce say like, hey, there's gizzards in here.
Yeah. Shout out to Denton.
I have made meat beer before.
Meat beer? Okay.
I have made meat beer.
Yeah.
Is that consistent?
Sounds like something my mom would like.
Yeah.
Just kidding, that was a joke. She doesn't listen to the show, so we're fine. Oh, at least I hope you didn't listen to this one, Mom.
Yeah. First time tuning in.
Yeah. She's like, first time listener, long time listener, first time caller.
Love the meats.
We have the meats. Oh, God.
Let's make a stray beer.
Yeah.
All right, here's a question for the host.
Okay.
What's the most you've ever spent at Taco Bell one night?
Oh fuck. Honestly, that's probably like a question that somebody should have asked me a long time ago, but never has.
And it got away from you.
Yeah. No, but I went to Taco Bell last night. But I mean, I didn't spend that much. It was like $15.
That's all you need.
The most I've ever spent, I was It was one of those deals where it's like you spend so much, you get so much off.
Oh, it's like a Capital One venture card.
Pretty basically, yeah. I do it for the mile. I'm just doing it for the miles.
You get the minutes.
Yeah.
You'd get fucking
I probably
Nextel minutes for
yeah. Probably $25.
Yeah.
But I also was like, oh, I bought enough stuff to eat all day.
Yeah. That's respect. That's respect.
Yeah. Back when they had the double-decker tacos, double-deckers, and cheesy gordita crunch.
Let's just say Taproom Beer Co. has the record, probably.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Now I need to know. But but for one person, I feel.
Oh, one person.
Because for me, $25 is a lot.
Let's see the number first, and then we'll divide it.
GABF first night. We got the photo with Dan.
First night. That's
first night. One. Next to the receipt, Dan's face, $171.
Holy shit!
For 5.
For 5
and then
people.
One of our guys throws in an extra $18 on his own order, so we were about 189.
That kind of explains the
basically $200.
Yeah, he was like, "You guys got curly fries?" I said no.
$189.
Basically bought the menu,
and he was the only one that bought a drink. We were about $180, $185, no drink.
Jesus,
I didn't know you could get a gallon of Baja Blast.
That's yeah.
So yeah,
gave him one of those 5 buckets.
For 5 people, we were about almost $40 ahead.
Yeah, you got me beat. But Baja Blast, the elixir of the gods.
I was gonna say, I wish you had known that and bought that. I feel like we all would have felt a little.
Apparently, they have a
Baja If only they were a cantina. We need the liquored up Baja Blast.
Let's remember this for next year, boys, because the Taco Bell Cantina is opening at Denver Airport. Remember seeing that sign?
We're never leaving.
Sounds like a great idea.
To quote the movie Miracle, do you believe in miracles? Yes.
I think that was the only memory I had of the airport in Denver. It was like,
there you go.
Taco Bell Cantina's coming.
Holy shit. A whole pie. $19.99. Like, who wants a bowl? I mean, don't get me wrong. I would try a bite if somebody bought one.
If we were at GABF, we would have bought that.
Okay. Well, this is.
That's going to be the next beer we make.
Baja Blast.
I want to know.
It's not a bad idea.
For all of you guys. One of you, if you can only order one thing at Taco Bell, you go first.
Crunchwrap Supreme.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Dan.
Crunchwrap Supreme, no tomato.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, tomatoes suck.
Chalupa.
Okay, what kind of chalupa?
Chicken.
I don't know.
I was gonna plus.
There's only one answer.
Beef
Look at
you, seasoned beef.
You know what I was gonna do the Little Giants. He's like, remember when they have they find the Cheetos in his helmet. He's like, are they crunchy or puffed? He's all puffed. He's a wimp.
Do I have to make a decision though? I just said
you don't have to.
I could just.
If you're gonna get a
Mexican.
I used to chalupa. Why are you there?
You're gonna get a
as
Mexican
a kid,
pizza,
mine was the nacho
pizza.
cheese chalupa with the seasoned beef.
Fair.
That's seasoned beef all day.
Yeah.
I remember it was like kind of a flex when you'd go to Wendy's and you'd get the little frosty.
Oh yeah.
Keychain tag.
Yeah.
And you'd have it kind of sticking out on
99 cent.
Like the thread
all
bitch.
day.
The thing is, I got one because it was a flex and I never used it. But it was sick.
That's like keeping the the fucking sticker on your New Era hat.
Oh yeah.
I'm
definitely equivalent.
He said I'm a bound.
I'm
you got the Wendy's keychain, you're part of the club.
But
I still have stickers on some of my hats, and I've gotten to the age where I'm like, you fucking idiot, take these off.
Yeah.
And then you try it. Like, I just peel a little bit, and I'm like, no, there's a giant circle there. I can't.
You gotta leave it on, dude.
Dumb. I gotta leave it on.
Hey, bro, leave the beer label on the can, man.
Yeah, there it is.
True.
All right. Last couple questions. If you could have one pint, so rapid fire. If you could have one pint with anybody in the world or any historical figure, any sports figure, anybody throughout the annals of time. I was going to quote the stupid Zelda. Not stupid Zelda, because I love Zelda. There was no, I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole. I'm not going to do that. No, I'm going to. Okay, do you remember the Ocarina of Time?
That's the only Zelda I recognize.
Yeah, it's the best.
That's my president.
But they made
that's his answer.
I don't recognize any other.
That might be my favorite answer to anything I've ever said before. But they made a spoof of they're like, oh, we're gonna do an April Fool's joke and pretend to make a trailer of Ocarina of Time. They're like, behold, the hero of time. Kind of thing. So when I was gonna be like, what would be your, whole thing?
Linked clapping cheeks.
Yeah, Sheikah. Even who was the chick in the little in the Frozen place?
Sheikah, Hika, Lakers in 5.
There it is.
For me, having a beer with anyone, I'd probably say Ben Franklin.
Okay.
Imagine just sharing a frosty pint while he's flying that fucking kite.
The frosty one,
hitting the lightning, But like
yeah.
any of the fathers, any of the fathers of the country, because like back then they didn't even have access to clean water. So like they're saying that, I've been a big history guy and watched a lot of things, and they were saying that some of these guys back then, George Washington, all them fools.
Oh yeah.
You don't even have clean water, so you're just drinking beer. You're drinking, liquor and things like that. And so they were saying the average, blood alcohol of them guys who started this country were fucking 0.15. Talking about driving drunk, they're fucking starting a country drunk.
Yeah.
So, any of those fools just having a pint, it's like drinking a glass of water and just hanging out. It just was what you were. So, yeah, flying a kite with Ben Franklin, having a nice fucking Guinness back in the day. Shit.
Yeah. There it is.
We're going to unpack that later.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're going to unpack that.
All right. Dan?
Dude, I kind of want to have Negronis with Ken Griffey Jr.
Okay.
Sick.
Love that.
We can get out on the golf course.
Love that.
That's not my real answer. I think if I could have a pint with anybody, it'd probably be my brother.
Okay.
At least has guided me through everything, ups and downs.
It's awesome, man. Cheers to that.
That dude probably drinking triple IPA.
There you go. Grant?
Well, my cheesy answer would be to do it with you guys and add Aiden, add Justin. But, and I have had a beer with Michael Jordan, which was cool.
Okay.
So I guess my next
my guy.
My next best.
You want to have Pink Whitneys with Aaron Judge.
Okay.
It's up there.
That's a close second.
It's up there.
I can read you like a...
But no,
I can read you like an East Bay catalog.
It's an East Bay catalog. Holy shit.
It's a Derek Jeter's sick too, but no, it's a old fashioned with fucking Kevin Garnett. I want to hear those stories.
KG,
I want to hear those stories, and I'm sure he's got a fucking lot of them.
At least you didn't pick a Yankee.
Yeah, I mean, I would. There's some Yankees I'd like to have a beer with.
They're number 2 through 10.
KG, KG, yeah. It feels like further.
I think
Babe Ruth would be cool.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yankee.
Well, do you want me to choose a non-Yankee baseball player?
He said any historical figure.
But Babe Ruth is a historical figure now.
No, it could be sports. It could be a movie, a celebrity. It could be anybody.
Hey, banging a logger with Obama would be awesome.
I was thinking that.
Banging a logger with Obama.
That'd be pretty fun. I remember when he came to the Torrey Pines golf course.
Stick with KG. Just yelling at Obama, what's the gravity at?
When I was like 20, I got to shake that dude's hand. And it was the first time I ever met a fucking, celebrity or,
that's a
political figure. And he just shook my hand. And he was like, "It's great to see you." And I just yelled in his face. I was just like, ah! I don't know what to do.
Gravity of situation.
Hey, fuck it, dude.
We miss you.
It's all right. It could have been worse.
Got patted down by the fucking Secret Service, and I was like, all right, nothing on me but a little yell.
Nothing on me but a little.
I'm unarmed.
Yeah. It could have been Bill, though.
Yeah.
It could have been Bill as Hillary.
Hey, better flow jobs than no jobs.
Yeah, exactly.
And we're about jobs around here.
Yeah. Monica didn't know what was going on right there.
That's good.
That's pretty good, Bill. Right?
If anybody smashed in the White House, it was Bill.
Oh, guarantee it was Bill.
Yeah,
Guaranteed.
we have receipts.
It was probably Bill and maybe JFK.
Yeah.
If JFK
my
didn't
friend.
get it on in the White House,
My friend with Marilyn.
Yeah, Eskimo Brothers.
I think that was her name.
Yeah, allegedly.
Allegedly. Two more questions.
R.I.P.
If you could bring something back from when you were a kid that's not around anymore, what would it be? Rapid fire.
Drinking water out of the hose.
There it is.
That's a good one. Sours. I loved Sours.
Sours, okay. Someone said Dunkaroos, but those are back.
Dunkaroos are back.
They're
I haven't
back.
seen them, though.
All right, Jacob.
Ooh, I'm not actively looking for Dunkaroos, but
I don't know. It kind of seems like you are. I'm just kidding.
maybe it should be.
probably Yoo-hoo fucking boxes.
Oh,
Boxes.
I know the glasses are still around.
I
The
think they still
boxes
do
aren't around.
boxes, no?
They
Do you remember-
do.
did you
They're
ever
around,
remember-
but they're not around, you know.
Do you
Exactly.
ever remember milk in a bag?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
At school? Yeah, you pop
Bite-
the whole
bite
thing in
the
there.
end off or something
You
like that?
bite.
It's like kinda
you
like
only
titty
bit
practice.
You only,
Yeah.
you only bit the end off the corner if you were
Yeah.
real. You
Yeah,
know?
exactly.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you'd be stabbing it with the straw. But if you were real,
It's
you
either
bite
that
the
or
end off.
downloading shit on Napster.
Oh, yeah. The good old days.
LimeWire, bro.
Yeah, just loading up your computer with viruses with
Yeah.
all the porn.
Yeah, just
LimeWire, bro. Come on,
Yeah.
now.
LimeWire.
Hit-
Kazaa.
dropping the
chocolate milk
raining,
titties.
dropping
Yeah.
the raining emojis down the MySpace page
Kazaa,
or
yeah, I
something,
remember
bro.
Kazaa.
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah.
Remember when everyone was a little fucking computer programmer on the MySpace?
Oh,
You'd
yeah.
add in the
Doing code?
playlist and you'd add in the fucking raining emojis.
Oh,
and the
yeah.
fucking backdrop
Your top
and
8 and all that
Yeah.
shit. Yeah.
LimeWire had to have had been the best time for a
was craft-
computer technation.
That was
Oh,
craft
it's
beer.
great.
dude.
Yeah.
Like,
LimeWire was
your
craft beer
your
before.
It was
computer's
fantastic.
messed up.
Yeah.
I wonder why, bud. But that's $200.
That's how much a whole computer cost back then.
Yeah. Okay, I'll tell us. I think I've told this story once or maybe twice on the show. What I did back when, way back when, because I had my dad asked me in like 2003-ish, what do you want for Christmas? I was like, CD burner. So I had a 32X CD burner, burn them like super quick.
A
Do you
little
remember what that
mixtape
smelled
action for
like?
the girlfriend?
Huh?
A little mixtape action? for
No,
the
not even
girlfriend?
that, dude. I would sell CDs at school.
Burn a little mix?
Yeah.
Dude, do you remember what a freshly burned CD smelled like?
Oh, yeah.
It's such
yeah.
a specific. I want to put that in a beer, dude.
Yeah, that and like, I want to put that in a beer.
Barrel age that shit for
It's like
the quarter, dog.
melting vinyl.
Yeah, that and I would make like labels. So I
Uh-huh.
would sell them at school. I would sell them at $5 for $5 a CD.
Mhm.
I would do, like give them a list of 16 to 20 songs. They
Yeah.
get it back. I'd set up. Yeah, at one point I was walking around with like $400 or $500 in my pocket every day.
Off the jewel case.
Basically, yeah.
Oh, that's
And I'd
great.
buy a spindle for like $20.
I know, yeah.
It was
I
easy
still
money.
It's like
remember
you
being
crack
a-
it
Damn,
open,
the hustle,
you know?
bro.
Yeah.
Still remember being a young gun when the first time, like, and obviously this is a Southern California reference, but going to like Hollywood, LA for the first time.
Oh, yeah.
You're walking around, everyone's in the costumes, and like 10 dudes are just selling mixtapes.
Yeah.
And they hand them to you, and you're just like, hell yeah, I'll listen to that later.
Yeah.
They give you the CD, and they're like, no, I need $5.
I give it
Quick, bro. he was like $5 or I need it back. Type
Yeah.
shit. And
Yeah,
I remember
I'm
just
giving
being
it
out
back.
there, and I'm like too embarrassed to give it back. I'm like, fuck, bro, I'm out like $40.
You know what?
Got 8
No.
mixtapes over
No.
here.
And then he
like-
fucking frisbee it at someone in traffic.
Then he'd
Yeah.
just be like, $5.
I'm taking it back. The only time I have ever like paid one of these artists was my last trip to Seattle.
For LimeWire?
DMX?
It was just this random guy.
Oh, you did? Yeah,
Yeah, RIP,
damn.
yeah.
Fucking.
And I was like, he's like, hey, dude, like, here's a CD of mine, blah, blah. And I was like, cool. I'm like walking. He's like, but if you got someone, I was like, and we're talking for a little bit. I was like, all right, you know what, dude? I will pay you a little bit of money because you're fucking cool. Most of them are like, you're a fucking bitch. dude."
Yeah.
I'm like,
Need a dick.
what? You handed it to me.
You get
Yeah.
the CD home
There's
and you're
one.
listening to it. There's one track, and it's just like,
Yeah.
that 5 on it.
Yeah.
That 5 on
It's like,
it.
Grant gave me 10.
Oh, here we go. Rapid fire on the last one. If you could describe yourself in one word, what would it be?
Weird.
There it is.
In a good way.
I love that.
Tall.
There it is.
He's not that tall.
He's old crunch wrap.
Sleepy.
Oh, God.
Double-decker taco.
That's accurate.
Caring.
He said,
Okay.
Did you say carrots?
Not quite, buddy.
Oh, and last question, actually. Sorry, what was your answer?
Caring.
Karen. Okay, I love that.
They said Karen.
No. Karen.
But I want to know, so obviously being in San Diego, but then there's the Bang Bang Niner gang on the thing. So
the story behind that is we had kind of in the summer talked about what affiliations each taproom had. Pacific Beach is a Detroit affiliation, and then this location is 49ers Bay Area. So I got my buddy Crizzo to basically the thought process was like, let's make something cool that not only will sell behind the bar, but people are going to see the label and that's collectible. Shirts, all that stuff.
Yeah.
And I thought my buddy was the best option to do that art. And basically the idea was to let's make a lager rad.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to just be based off flavor. Let's market this. And a lot of questions came in from Crizzo on what exactly do you want? A lot of research went into, kind of what is Bang Bang already a beer? So we had to do a bunch of that. Bang Bang Niner gang. Luckily for this company, I'm big into sports. I know a lot about sports, and I basically told him let's do a rad Niner beer with anything historic with San Francisco. So the Golden Gate Bridge is on there. The old logo is on there, but he has spin on it.
Oh yeah, you can see it right there. Yeah.
Yep. And then Jerry Rice, and which we could probably get in trouble for, but whatever.
Shit happened.
And then kind of the same thing happened with the beer that we decided to make. It's called Motown, and that's the lager in the Pacific Beach location. But we added everything, so it wasn't just the Detroit Lions. It was the Tigers, the Pistons, the Red Wings. We added all of them together, but Crizzo put a really cool spin on it.
Yeah.
So basically the idea, we're just trying to get a little bit further along in the marketing game.
Yeah.
And that's to answer your question, that's our affiliations at both locations. It's Detroit and Pacific Beach, and the Niners are the NFL team at the Taproom North Park location.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, that's really cool. The can artwork's awesome too.
Yeah. He did a good job. He executed the way that I kind of saw it going. He definitely has a different style, but it's a style that I like, and I know
love it.
Especially the younger generation buying beers. I know if they see a can like that, they're like,
"Oh yeah,
dude, what's that?"
No, and that's trying to get even Gen Z, because Gen Z is trying to get them to drink again.
For sure,
Yeah. But no, honestly, before we finish up, I just want to say thank you guys. I appreciate you guys letting me come down here, hang out with you guys, and record.
Hey, go Seahawks.
Yeah, there you go. Taproom Beer Co. is done on the Taproom podcast. So
yeah, Meadows,
fitting names.
Yeah, the only bad thing is I fucking wish I had because I ordered stickers. They were supposed to be here on Wednesday. Now they're not going to be here till next Wednesday. But I will mail you guys some stickers.
Sweet.
Yeah, and they're Pokemon card style stickers.
Sick. So, cool. And we'll get you some stickers.
I'm in.
And some merch.
Nope, I gotta buy some stuff.
You actually work here now.
Oh, here it is.
You're not going.
Do I get to stay in this apartment?
Yeah, you just have to sit. It's one of those what was that movie with Jim Carrey, Truman Show?
Oh man, so good.
You're just gonna Truman Show this apartment, and every time they come in, they're like, "Hey, this is one of our apartments." They'd be like, "What?"
There's asbestos in here, man. There's black. You don't want to live here.
Now we're
man.
going to Step
Brothers. Yeah.
He just died last night.
He's like, he just died last night. No, but thank you guys, Jacob, Dan, Grant. Thank you guys for all being here. Thank you for letting me come down and hang out with you guys and enjoy some of your phenomenal beers. and talk some beer with you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks, Mike. Much appreciated. It was a blast.
We're going to sign off like that.
We're going to sign off like that. Bang, bang.
Bang, bang, bang,
From
bang.
all of us here in San Diego, stay classy.
Or go fuck yourself, San Diego. Just kidding. I love you.
Yourself, LA.
Right on.
Go Blue Jays.
What I would say is twinkle, twinkle, baby. Twinkle, twinkle.
All right, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Like I said, I had a great time talking with those guys, and can't say enough good things about them. All right. Well, let's see. Next week's episode. Thursday is going to be the Stoutsgiving, like I mentioned, and then on the following Sunday, it will be the Synth Beer Co. with Mitch and Amax, and then following week will be the IE Brew Witches, and then the week after that will be Enrique and them, and then let's see, then it'll be Michi. All right, so plenty of stuff to come. So got to get ready. Don't forget to support local, drink local, and find your beer. Cheers.